Well, hello. Welcome to the 30. Hi, gang. This is Patrick. If this is your first time joining us on the 30, I want to welcome you on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday evening, whether it is night where you are or morning. Welcome to the 30. Today, we're going to talk about leading from the front. I've invited a good friend of mine. She's making her second appearance on the 30. And we're going to talk about some bold decisions she's made in the last 20 to 30 days that completely impacts her entire organization. So let's get this party started. Again, we are the 30. This is your host, Patrick, on this Thursday. Another week, another fantastic guest. Tonight, we are going to be talking to none other than Annika T. And she's going to be talking about some decisions that she's made for her company. And we're going to be talking about healthcare specifically. And stick around because we also have a major announcement that we will make towards the end of the show. So I am going to bring Annika in. This is her second time coming into the 30, and I'm just going to talk to her, as we said, about some decisions that she's made that is going to benefit and will impact all of her essential workers within her organization. Annika, welcome again.
Hi, Patrick. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, not a problem. Not a problem. We made sure that we have you because we heard that you've made a major announcement. I think what is about 2-3 weeks ago that will impact your entire organization. So first, tell us who you are and the company that you represent, and then we'll move into that decision that you've made.
Sure. So my name is Annika T. I am a nurse. I live in the Western New York area. I own and operate a New York State licensed home care services agency, Tender Loving Family Care, with child daycare centers, adult daycare centers. And I am also the co-CEO of TLC Virtual Resiliency. So that's who I am, and I'm certainly, really excited to be here, Patrick.
Well, you have a lot going on. I've known you for a number of years now, and you've always have a lot going on, but all positive things, right?
I try to keep it that way.
There you go. There you go. Now we're talking about a decision that you've made recently that will impact your entire organization. So let's tell the viewers what that decision is, and then we'll go from that point on.
Yeah, so I think most workers, we've heard a lot about this minimum wage increase for New York State. We've been hearing that for a few years now, and where the minimum wage is supposed to raise to $15 per hour. And I know that's been adapted in the New York City area and is said to perhaps get to that in our area, in Western New York area, Rochester and Buffalo region. I gave it a lot of thought, and I just thought what I could do for my staff that are working so very hard, they've braved this pandemic, is to go ahead and certainly ahead of the curve and roll out the $15 minimum wage to our essential workers, primarily our PCAs and our home health aides.
Wow. So you're going from, how much were they making before you made this decision?
Yeah. So the minimum wage in our area currently is, I believe, $12.50. We've never paid the minimum wage. We've always paid above the minimum wage. So for, most of my employees, they've been a little bit, well above the minimum wage to begin with. But, from $12.50 mandate to a $15 an hour, that's a pretty large move for any organization.
Absolutely. And I saw it and I says, okay, you and I talked and we says, we need to make sure that this gets out because it's a major announcement. And what you said is not coming from someplace else, but it's coming from the bottom line. So tell us about that.
Yeah, Patrick, it's interesting because it's important for me, for my colleagues and, even my employees to understand the reason behind the increase. A couple of things. One, the reimbursement rates have not changed. So as an organization, we're billing the same amount to our clients and our payers. So we have not increased our rates, and we've not been granted an increase by any of our payer sources. So we're making the same amount of money. So it's definitely coming from the bottom line. But I absolutely believe that it is necessary to bring that to the front line, to the individuals who are really pounding the pavement, making such a difference in the community, helping our clients to remain independent and safe in their homes and going day in, day out, when family members are not available to be there, when they probably would want to be at home with their own families and their own children, and they're going out there. I think that, I've been blessed, and the least I could do is really ensure that my staff are benefited from the blessings as well.
That's awesome. That's great. And I would hope, and that is leading from the front, right? If more business owners, CEOs, I was just watching yesterday where there were CEOs making millions of dollars. One was making $30 million and his employee couldn't afford the rent. So that says a lot about your character and your integrity, wanting to make sure that your workers and your employees are taken care of.
So very important, Patrick. They are truly my most valuable asset in my company. And without good quality caregivers, then my mission is not being fulfilled. So for me, I would really stop at nothing to ensure that they receive the best of the best, because I do expect them to deliver the best of the best with respect to the care, right? And I'm certainly hoping that some of the caregivers now will not have to worry about the electric bill at the end of the month, or the beginning of the month, maybe the car payment. Some have to Uber to work, or Lyft, or whatever mode of transportation. So hopefully this increase will help those individuals and alleviate some of the stress that they feel, just associated with trying to make ends meet. So I'm always happy to share and empower those around me. And again, that's just one of the things that I could do, and I'm grateful I can do that. And I will say this because it is important to recognize that it is a very big business decision, right? Because as a business owner, one of our most important decisions, we need to ensure sustainability, because sustainability for the company is sustainability for our workers, right? To ensure they have continued employment. So I don't know, I'm not saying that all companies should do this, but I think that we all can make a difference. I think we need to just dig deep within and see what is our calling? What can we do? Maybe it's not given an extra $2.50 an hour raise, but there is something that we can do as leaders, as CEOs, as administrators, to make sure that our staff, they are feeling the, the sense of worth that this is appreciated, and I know it's not all about money, but it certainly does help. It helps when you don't have to worry about how you're going to put food on the table.
Yeah, and for some, that just that $2.50 raise, that's a tremendous impact. That will, as you said, that will go to buy something else, right? So I think it is great. It's bold on your part, and our title of tonight's broadcast is "Leading from the Front," and that's exactly what you're doing. So tell us walk us through, how did you come to this decision?
Yeah. So, just looking at how things are going, even considering the community, the temperature in our own community, the distress that a number of families are facing, I thought, what could I do to help? Not just my individual staff members, right? Because I truly believe that if we touch one life in a positive way and they touch someone else, we are making the community a better place. And so that was my whole thinking. If I can help to improve the quality of life, the mental health for someone, then of course, then that's just my calling. That's what I'm here to do. So it wasn't really so much a hard decision. It was just making sure that structurally and from a business perspective, that it would be sustainable. And, again, it's coming from the bottom line, but I'm one that is absolutely always happy to share. I have absolutely no problem with taking less and giving more. That's my belief system. So
what a principle, right? Is that you focus on others as opposed to yourself, and that's a trait of true leadership. In today's economy or today's world, there's so many people that focus just on themselves, leaders, as opposed to others. And you are other-centered versus self-centered. So kudos to you. I appreciate that. Now, it doesn't just stop there, though. From the press release, you've also extended additional benefits to your workers. Tell us about that.
So, wellness, mental health is, I think, so important. If we didn't know that before, we know that now, especially with COVID and what will happen post-COVID, right? So through TLC Virtual Resiliency, we've been offering weekly resilience-based programs to our employees, which has improved it's just improved their entire quality of life, which transcends into our work family, which transcends then into the community, the clients that they're taking care of. So every week on a Thursday, our caregiving staff and actually our administrative staff as well, they meet with a psychologist and we have a group session where they talk about evidence-based information and just foundation information as to how to stay resilient. And we know that in order to come out of this crisis that we're in, we are going to need to be resilient. So I think it's just a great benefit to add to the plethora of benefits that the caregivers and my staff in general already receive. So, it's a win-win because I'm seeing people are feeling more present. They are feeling more, a part of than disconnected and uncertain.
So with that said, Annika, what are you hearing from fellow leaders and then from your employees?
I am so blessed. I am so fortunate. I think I have the best group of employees. I genuinely love and care for my staff, and I believe that they feel the same way. I believe they recognize that I am really here with them. I'm not, apart from them. I'm here to support. And so from my staff, I think that they're open enough to say what they feel they need, and they know that if it's reachable, I will deliver. So this, especially by having these meetings, we're coming together, we're talking more, so the communication is there. They're just really happy to be in the environment that they're in, where they feel supported, not just from me, but the other managers, the nurses, the administrative staff in the office. Our clients are, happy generally, with the support that they receive. They're grateful for the way we care and we respond to their needs. So, it's positive. It's really in a darker place with COVID, we can see light. It's really positive. And, my colleagues are struggling at times, just as I am in business, because we have to make sure that we're making the best decisions. And, the struggle is there. But those that I'm connected with, we have a general mindset of one foot in front of the other, and we move forward. And we work on today, and we just, deal with what comes and focus on tomorrow, little planning, but not overly, different.
No, that's good. I applaud you. If I had a hat on, then I would take my hat off to you. But this is good. I am talking to Annika, and she is the founder and CEO of Tender Love and Family Care. Well, Tender Love and Family Incorporated, a home health care organization in Rochester, New York. And she's also the partner in some other businesses. So she has her hands full. If you would like to jump in and send a comment to Annika, you are certainly more than welcome. Just drop a comment in the comments field and we will get that over to her. Annika, what is next for the organization? Where do you go next as far as a bold and innovative leader?
Yeah. Patrick, I think I said that my last statement is I'm really, truly trying to be more in the moment, although planning is necessary. Right now, I'm trying to deal with today and plan a little bit ahead for tomorrow. I want to ensure that the quality of the service, what we provide to the community is, second to none. And so I just want to focus on, not thinking months and years ahead. I just want to think about what do we need to do today to ensure that we are delivering the best care, the best support, to all of our patients, and providing the best support, family support, to all of our employees. I certainly hope that we will emerge from this COVID situation stronger than we entered, and that's evidenced by what I've seen so far. So with all of the lessons that we've learned, I'm certain that with collaboration will be put to good use, and we will continue to improve the community.
What was one major lesson? I don't think we covered this one the last time that we spoke, but what was one major lesson that you've taken away from this shutdown and this pandemic as it relates to business?
I think that we've been going on in the day-to-day and not prepared. So I've learned that we were not prepared to handle this type of crisis, the pandemic that we were still in. And one of the lessons I've learned is how to be better prepared to handle challenges that are unexpected, such as this, that I hope we never have to deal with again. So it's just being prepared mentally, physically, and, in so many other ways as a business that we really need to think and prepare ourselves for what could happen. So I think preparation and, working on our own selves, and supporting those, would be one of the biggest things I've taken away from this.
Okay. Let's take it now from professional. What about a personal learning point or something that you've taken away personally, non-professional, but more personally?
Yeah. I really think every day that personally, I don't want to take a single breath for granted. I don't want to take a moment for granted, a day for granted, because like right now I'm visiting with my sister and my nieces whom I haven't seen since the pandemic. And so, sometimes we take for granted the little things around us, the ability to connect with our loved ones and our friends, and, even going out to dinner with my neighbor, my friend. All of that changed like that. So for me personally, I'm just really working on never taking a moment for granted. I know a lot of people who have lost loved ones. I am very grateful that that has not impacted my immediate family, but for those, it's horrible. So it's just living in the moment to the extent that that's appropriate is really what personally I am adjusting myself to do.
Awesome. Great, Annika. So let's end with, because we're run out of time here, and I want to thank you for being here. Let's end with this.
Yes, of course.
I know we have talked this week while you were in New Jersey, but we have a major announcement here, right? And I want to break it right now, and I want to thank you for your collaboration. So one of the things that we had talked about, and we had talked years ago about doing something, but we never did. And I'm grateful that you see the opportunity. So for those that are viewing, whether live or in replay, we are going to announce, and you want to mark your calendar, save the date, because on May the 19th through the 21st, we are going to have a what's called breakthrough. This is for small businesses, small business owners, and leaders. It's Breakthrough, the Small Business and Leaders Conference, and that will take place virtually May 19th through the 21st. And I'm happy to announce that Annika and her company is going to be the presenting sponsor. So in essence, it will be Breakthrough, Small Business and Leaders Conference, presented by Tender Love and Family Care. So we're excited about that. This is something this has been a goal and dream of mine for a long time, and we are going to finally pull it together. So if you are a small business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are a leader, or if you're an aspiring leader, you don't want to miss this. Save the date. We are going to put the link for you to join our community. More details are going to come. But Annika, I want to thank you. And I look forward. Plus, Annika is going to be one of our featured key speakers. This is exciting.
Yes. Patrick, you do such wonderful work in the community. And I think this is great. You've inspired so many leaders, including myself. You're a very hard worker. You're committed to what you do. And it is my pleasure, really, to be a part of your mission here. So it's both ways. I'm very grateful to be a part of your circle.
All right. Well, we are humble and we are extremely thankful. And we know that this is going to be an awesome, awesome time. Again, this is for entrepreneurs, small business owners, leaders, those that want to have their own business but don't know how to do it. We're going to be covering a plethora of topics from leadership essentials all the way down to building culture. 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Annika, you're going to be on featured as one of our main speakers, and we're also going to have you on as far as one of our panelists for our panel discussion. I know this is new to you, but but I'm so excited just to have you to be part of it.
I'm very excited too. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to help young leaders or those, interested in owning their own business and, wanting to know how to go about that. I am here and I am so psyched about helping the next leader. So yes, absolutely. Patrick, I look forward to that. I'm super excited.
Good. So more to come on that. Again, save the date. I'm going to put in our comments the link for you to join our community so that you'll be the first to hear of the details. So you don't want to miss that. Okay. Annika, thank you so very much. This has been great. Part
Absolutely, Patrick.
Part two. So yes. I'm going to let you go so that you can enjoy time with your sister and your family and make sure that you guys are safe and make it back to Rochester safe. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. And I just want to thank the viewers and those who tuned in. Certainly it's a pleasure to be here and to continue to support the community. So have a good night. Take care, everyone. Yes, all off right. To my sister and nieces I go. All right.
Thanks, Annika.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we've been talking to Annika and she had some fantastic news in terms of increasing the minimum wage for her essential workers to $15 per hour, from roughly about $12.50 an hour to $15, and not taking it lightly. That is truly leading from the front. Where others will want to pocket that money for themselves, she's giving some of it back to her team, which is the most important part of any business, is the human capital. And if more leaders will really understand that and get that concept, we would have a tremendous amount of goodwill for not only small and growing businesses, but large businesses as well. So this is the 30. Again, the 30 has been brought to you by C-Ray's Thought Pops. For anything that you want to do online or in person to bring excitement, to bring passion and engagement, make sure that you give Cindy Ray a call, craysthoughtpops.com, or you can call her at 972-862-0194. That's Cindy Ray at C-Ray's Thought Pops. We want to thank her for her sponsorship. And the big news, remember, join us, save the date for May 19th through the 21st. And this is Breakthrough Small Business and Leaders Conference presented by Annika's company. And we're excited to have her and her company on board, Tender Loving Family Care. And make sure that you check the link online, and we will put that there so that we make sure that you are part of the community and that you get the latest information. Until then, next time, we will see you next Thursday, same time, same place. May God bless you and your family. Stay safe. We will see you next week. Deuces.